Hey, Matthew or Channing, I'm not sure who's going to get this, but my name is Steven. I talked to Channing this morning, a very pleasant gentleman who said I could go ahead and send this video. He said that you guys already have a marketing person, but I just wanted to share the things that I do to help rank people so they can get seen on Google. And it's just three tips that you can either if your marketing guy doesn't know, you can actually pass it to them, or you can implement it yourself. Or if you even just want to reach out to me, that'd be fine. But uh, I just want to go over the three, we call it three pillars of SEO, and that's content, citations, and backlinks. And I'll make this really quick. I'm going to go over content first. Content is anything on your homepage, whether it be the pictures or even the text. Google usually likes to see between 1,000 and 1,500 words on a homepage. There's good reason for that. It gives you plenty of room to put in the keyword phrases, these buyer intent keywords that people are looking for when they're looking for your services, and without it looking unnatural. It gives you plenty of room there. Even these pictures, when Google sends out these bots to scour the internet to see what find the services that people are looking for, and if your website can help them, they don't necessarily see the pictures, but they see what they're saved as, so that gives you more opportunity to put keywords in there. I've got a tool that I use called Ahrefs. It gives me some valuable SEO information, and so in the past 30 days, these are kind of like the these are the statistics here for your website. Your website in the past 30 days was found for 55 keywords, and it was clicked on 53 times because of that. One of the top competent one of your top competitors, as I'm pretty sure you're aware of, is Midtown Plumbing LLC. Now, when I plugged them in here over the past 30 days, their site was found for 82 keywords, and it was clicked on 276 times. So they rank higher in the Google search results, and I'm going to explain why and how you can actually pass them up. So as far as content, that's what I want to go over. For content, you just want to make sure you get the keywords. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I'm sorry. I'm forgetting things. So we can go and so you have 55, you were found for 55 keywords. They were found for 82. We can click on their keywords, see what keywords they have that you don't, and I'm pretty sure you have all the relevant one. But the main one that's getting the most search volume is plumber Raleigh, and that's getting 500. That in the past 30 days, they got 500 search volume, and that website was clicked 50 times because of that. Let's see if you were found for that. We'll figure that out here. Plumber Raleigh. I don't see it. So we definitely want to put that on here for you because it doesn't look like you're on there. And that's a big one. So what we would do is you want to get that put, yeah, you don't have it on there. So you'd want to get that put on there. And then, and not only that, we'd find out how many times they have a keyword or more, every keyword that's really moving the needle for this website. We'd find out how many. So plumber Raleigh, we'd find out how many times they have it on their website. So if they have it on 4 times, we'd put it on 5 or 6 times on yours. So we want to put on those keywords more times. So you're beating them out in that content, on that content department. So as far as content, that's all I got. Next thing I'd like to go over are citations. And to put citations in the context, I'm going to bring up a search results page. So plumbers Raleigh NC is one of the top searches people when they're searching for your services. And the first thing that comes up are these ads, and the ads are hit or miss. Uh, a lot of times people aren't they if they have their ad blocker on, they're not clicking on them anyway, and they have a relatively low click through rate, and you're going to pay whether they convert into a client or not. But underneath that, this is where citations come into play. This is an ad for the map pack, but this is the map pack, and this is where your Google Business Profile comes into play. And there's a lot of factors here, but the main driver here are citations. A citation is your business name, address, and phone number on an online directory such as Angie's List or Angie, White whitepages.com, yellowpages.com. There's a ton of them, right? And the more you have of those, the more credibility it gives you at Google. And in general, these ones in the top three here, they have at least 150 citations. So I have access to a tool that shows me what citations these businesses have and how many. And again, like if the top one had 150, uh, we would, sorry for that pop up, we would want to put on like 200 or 250. And so you'd want to beat them out in that department as well. So that's citations underneath that map pack. And by the way, the top three here, they garner about, whereas the ads were about 5% or less of clicks, these get a combination of 45% in general, generally speaking, of people searching for this term are going to be clicking on one of these. Now, underneath that, this is your organic Google search results. And here's Midtown, Michaels and Sons. It looks like it's number one right now. I think Midtown and Michaels and Sons seem to kind of go back and forth. But the top spot, that's the coveted spot. That's a spot that'll get about 40% by itself of people clicking on it. So the main driver here are backlinks. A backlink is basically another site on another website on the internet that has a link that when clicked, it leads back to your site. Google uses this as a popularity contest. It's pretty much exactly what it is. If Google sees that there's another site that's authoritative, which means popular with them already, it's ranked high, gets a lot of views, and it has something to do with your business. Um, if it sees a bunch of these, whether it be through a blog, however they have this link on there, um, the more you have of those, which we call backlinks, the more authority and popularity they actually push to you, and Google will use that and rank you high, and they'll push you up, right? And it's quality over quantity, because the opposite is also true. There's these, we call them like spam farm sites. It's like these sites that have no relevance to your industry, or maybe very little relevance. They're like on the 10th page of Google. They get no views. If you get too many links from sites like that, Google's going to see that, and they're actually going to push you down in the rankings. So with that said, let's go back over to this tool I showed you earlier, and this is a backlink profile right here. So this is you all's backlink profile. You have 170 backlinks, and your competition does not have that much more, but I can guarantee the reason they're ranking so high is they have 201, and much of these, if probably the majority of these are from high quality sites. And so I can go in there and dissect them. I can click on these backlinks, see what they have. And so what I like to do for clients is find the ones that are working for their competitor, because we know they're already relevant to their, and if they're pushing the power, we can reach out to those websites and get backlinks from those same websites, which will push that same power onto us. So that's essentially what you want to do, is all, not just the top competition, but the top three competitors on Google for Raleigh. You would find all the backlinks they have, get those, and then once you get those, month after month, because you don't want too many at once. Google sees that as unnatural, because backlinks are acquired over time, right? So month after month, you add more. So eventually, if you get all the good ones that the top competition has, you'll end up catching them in the rankings. And then if you just continue to add these high quality backlinks month after month after month, you will eventually end up overtaking that number one spot, and stealing all that traffic for yourself. As you can see, in the last 30 days, you got 53, whereas this other Midtown Plumbing got 276. So that's why I just wanted to share that with you. If you found value in it and you want to work with the guy you have right now, that's fine. That's fine. Or if you would like to give me a ring, you can give me a ring at 910-551-2006, or you could just reply at the email. But either way, I appreciate you taking your time and watching this video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.